Today we're working on a MacBook A2338, which is brand new, but it has been sitting on a shelf unused for many years, and the battery has gone completely dead. The machine works just fine. If we plug it into power, it comes on. The Chipmunk USB-C tester shows that it comes on, it's running, everything is just fine. But even if we leave it attached to the charger for a while, it does not actually charge. The battery is completely dead, and if we unplug the charger, you see the machine turns off immediately. Let's open up the machine and use the Chipmunk Battery Tool to explore what's going on with the battery. The Chipmunk Battery Tool has been connected to power. The Mac is switched off. So the next thing we do is connect the flex cable of the battery to the battery tool. The little adapter board plugs into the battery tool. But sadly, the battery tool still doesn't see the battery. This is probably because the battery is severely discharged, so discharged that it's refusing to speak to us. Let's connect the Mac to power and see if that improves the situation. Yeah, actually it does. The Mac came on and the battery tool is now displaying information. Let's see what it has to say. Cycle count only 1, so like the customer said, it's a brand new machine. All the health is still there. The battery is good theoretically, but it's giving a permanent fail warning. Let's see what voltage it will show later on for the battery. Manufacture date 2022, so it's been sitting for quite some years. Okay, so the charge is 0%. So it's giving a permanent film error. And the reason it's saying it's voluntary. So the battery saw something that it was very unhappy about. In this case, we know it's the ridiculously low charge of the battery. It's also saying serious undervoltage. Okay, so the voltage across the battery is only 4.2 volts, so where it should have been 11, so it's definitely not charged. 1.3, 1.4 volts per cell. So it's very, 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 very depleted. But because the permanent fail flag is set, it will not charge in the Mac. So let's reset the permanent fail flag and see what happens. To do that, we put the battery tool in mode 8 and we press the button. This clears the PF flag and ready. Let's now explore what changes this made. Not really anything. The permanent fail flag is still set. But if you look at the voltage has actually gone up. So what happened is that the permanent fail flag got reset. The battery was actually charging from the MacBook, from the power of the MacBook. Only for a very brief while, a few seconds probably. And then the battery decided, no, the voltage is way too low, and it turned the permanent fail flag back on again and stopping the battery from charging. But for a few seconds it did charge and the voltage did go up. So in a way we know everything is working, and we were able to charge the battery, if only for a few seconds. So the battery tool has another option for this, which is mode 9, where it will continuously keep clearing the permanent fail flag. And hopefully that will cause the battery voltage to keep on rising until it's high enough. Let's try that. We switch to mode 9. Second time. As you see, the voltage did go up a little bit. We're already at 4.8 volts. .1 volts. 5.2 volts. Slowly we're getting somewhere. So every time it is only charging for a few seconds. You see the voltage is slowly creeping up. Not spectacularly fast, but it's going up. Now it reached the magic limit, and the battery has decided to stay on. And now, because the permanent fail flag is not being set anymore, it is charging much more rapidly. You see the voltage flying up. The battery came to life. It is no longer turning the permanent fail flag on its own accord. It stays on and it keeps charging. The charging process is a bit weird because the computer is not really charging the battery. It is not communicating with the battery because the battery is connected to the battery tool. The battery communication, the flex cable, is not connected to the computer. So the computer has no idea what's going on with the battery, but it seems to be charging it, at least a bit. So we let it sit for a minute or two like this. As long as the voltage is going up, we're going in the right direction. and after that we'll disconnect the battery tool and connect the flex cable back to the computer and let the computer do some of the charging. Before we connect the flex cable back to the Mac, let's read out all the information from the battery, see what it has to say now. She's smiling now, so the permanent fill flag has gone off. FD means fully discharged, so it still has no charge, but a lot more than it had before. Still shows 0%, so we're in the range between totally empty and what counts as 0%. It's still saying battery failure because it is undercharged. As we get more charge in it, this message will disappear. So 9.561 volts in the battery already, so the voltage is slowly creeping up. And it's charging the battery with 184 milliamps. That's a good slow speed. You never want to charge a totally empty battery with a large current. 100 or 200 milliamps is fine. If you would charge now with a huge current, you would have inflated cells tomorrow. So you don't want to do that. You want to be very careful in charging this slowly. So 3.1 volts per cell. They're nicely balanced now. You saw that it balanced them while charging. So this is all looking good. We're on our way to recovery. Let's connect the battery back to the Mac so that we can let the Mac take over the charging process. So we switch it off and connect everything back up. The battery has been reconnected and the MacBook closed up again. It is charging. It's already showing a 1% charge. So far so good. We're now a few minutes later. The charge has already gone up to 3%. Let's pull out the charger and see if it survives. Yeah, the Mac stays on. It does dim the screen immediately, and it's saying threatening things about the battery being almost empty, but we know that. But you see the battery is working and it is charging. So we'll let it charge normally now and everything will be fine. So this is a nice example of where the Chipmunk Battery Tool makes the day. But in this case, the Chipmunk Battery Tool managed to bring the existing battery back to life, and it's a perfectly good battery. Only one cycle on the counter and full health. So it saves a lot of money. Otherwise we would have had to fight with the battery and replace it. And the customer would have had a replacement battery of unknown quality rather than a old but brand new original Apple battery. Thank you for watching. I hope you understand a little bit of what the Chipmunk Battery Tool can do for you. And in some cases it will help you a lot and bring batteries back to life, like in this case. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel. We have more videos on useful tools for repairing Macintosh.